Donnarumma to Manchester City makes no sense. At the start of the window, Donnarumma and PSG had a fallout, which led to Donnarumma being shopped on the blocking list. And then PSG ended up buying another goalkeeper and then looking for a transfer for Donnarumma, who at 26 years old was looking like one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And now he has been sold to City for 26 million. Now, the reason why I'm saying it makes no sense, not because of the PSG fallout, because that had to do with this contract. This has to do with his style of play. Pep Guardiola is the guy that is all about tiki-taka, right? And he needs his goalkeeper to be able to play out of the back. Donnarumma is arguably the best shot stopper in the world at the moment. But when it comes to him playing out of the back and having the ball at his feet, it can be suspect. A prime example was PSG Real Madrid. One of those Real Madrid goals that started the comeback when PSG were up 2-0 on aggregate and Benzema comes and pressures them. He makes the mistake and then Benzema and Vinicius get a goal and start the 3-2 comeback. So that's just one of the many examples of Donnarumma not really being the safest when it comes to playing out of the back. He makes some lethargic decisions when the ball's at his feet. So honestly, if you would have gone to the 19 other Premier League teams, it would have been the signing of the transfer window. But for me, it's really not, because you don't know how this is going to work out. You had Paul Scholes, Man United legend, coming out and saying 26 million for Donnarumma surely has to be the signing of the window. I think, ironically, Man United, if they could have bought him for 26 million, even though they spent 21 million on a goalkeeper from the Belgium league, what is 5 more million? Get Donnarumma, mate. Donnarumma is the perfect Man United goalkeeper. He's amazing for counterattacking teams because he's gonna be solid. He's great. He's a great shot stopper, but he's gonna be error prone in Pep Guardiola's system. But Pep Guardiola, lucky for him, he bought James Trafford, who is a bit better coming from the back. You know, playing out of the back, I would trust James Trafford a little bit more than Donnarumma, even though he's younger. It's just that Donnarumma, we know the goalkeeper he is. He's not the goalkeeper that's going to be able to do the things Ederson did, you know, playing out the back. He really is not. It's not his style of play. James Trafford is more likely to be safer with the ball at his feet than Donnarumma. I'll die on that. But when it comes to shot stopping, sky is blue. Donnarumma is way better than James Trafford. But James Trafford has to feel betrayed here because he came to Man City thinking that he was going to be goalkeeper number one. And then a little bit later, the starter of the Champions League winning team ends up transferring to the same squad. You know, he came from Burnley thinking, oh, this is my next move, Manchester City. I'm going to be goalkeeper one. I'm going to develop. I'm going to get lots of PT. Now, Donnarumma, I guarantee you, in less than 2 games, he will be the starting goalkeeper. I wouldn't put it past it that Donnarumma starts the following match, considering Man City have gone off to a slow start. They've only won 1 out of 3 matches. They have less points than Man United. You know, that's gone under the radar because Man United lost to Grimsby Town. But that's something to be careful with. So at the moment, I can see Pep Guardiola make a desperate play, sit James Trafford, and put in Donnarumma, thinking that's going to resolve his problems, but that could actually cause even more problems, you know? This lad, James Trafford, is young. There's going to be growing pains. Donnarumma, he's 26, and he has the experience of a 33-year-old goalkeeper, you know? He started since he was a teenager with Milan. So, genuinely, this is a recipe for disaster with Pep Guardiola, and I'm going to be saying that his time is coming to an end because this Man City team does not look like the Man City team we saw 3-4 years ago when they kept winning the league constantly. Now we see Liverpool and Arsenal as bigger threats. They have their goalkeeper situation all fine. They have their foundation all fine. We're not, you know, it's just more stability at the other clubs. Right now, Man City's at a transitional period where they're letting go players like Gundogan. They're letting go of players. They have to be letting go players like Bernardo Silva. All these key players like De Bruyne. He's at Napoli. They're starting to replace them. You know, you're bringing in Reinders. You're bringing in Cherky. It's a transitional season. And honestly, Man City will be lucky to get Champions League football next season just due to all the changes. You know, there's going to be growing pains, and we'll see how patient Pep Guardiola is with these growing pains. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Who would be your goalkeeper one here in a Pep Guardiola system? Trafford or Donnarumma? Let me know.